All right, collective, welcome in. Hope everybody is doing well. Hopefully, you had an amazing Saturday. I want to check the energy and I want to find out why is it they hold on to you. So, could be just an energetic hold. It could be somebody who's physically actually holding on to you. So, you could be, in a relationship with somebody and you haven't been able to break it, or just energetically somebody is still holding on. What are the reasons? I'm gonna let's go through all the signs. We're gonna go Aries to Pisces. Keep in mind that between each sign there is going to be a pause. So what I'm going to do is I will pause the video and then it'll give me time to shuffle the cards, get the area cleaned for the next sign. So there'll be a quick break. You'll barely notice it, but just wanted to let you know when you see pauses for each sign, that's why. Again, so let's get into it. Aries, you are first. I'm sorry if you hear a noise outside. There's somebody out there that's revving their car. You might hear it. And who knows, maybe that has something to do with your reading, Aries, of why somebody's holding on. Let's see if it plays in. We don't know. All right, what is it? Why are people holding on to Aries? Start off with tokens. Do you hear that? It's like aggression. Somebody's got some aggression going on, Aries. Aggressively holding on. All right, what's going on for Aries? Why are they holding on? Oh, okay. So we had a token come out on the love section. We had a token come out on finance, and then you've got one that came out on blessings. So let's start off with the blessing. So you ended up with the hammer. Okay, so that's 87. So so the hammer is I don't know if you can see that. Okay, you might not be able to see it. All right, it's the hammer. So rebuilding. It's a blessing to rebuild. They would consider it to be a blessing to be able to rebuild something with you. Push pin on love. So somebody needs to get to the point. So maybe this person has never told you that they love you. They never expressed any feelings towards you. And now it's like, okay, it's time to get to the point. It's time to let you know this. Finance, you had the gingerbread. Hold on. Before I say anything on that one. So the gingerbread cookie is childlike wonder, innocence, sweet, sacred, focus on children. I'm going to say it's because you probably took it upon yourself to buy things for this person's kids. You were probably pretty sweet to them. You were generous. You probably treated them a lot like they were your own kids. And this person, you know, realizes that that was, you know, probably rare. You know, a lot of people probably don't treat their kids like as if it was their own, and that's something you may have done. Okay. Let me check something real quick. 28. Yeah. Getting to the point, right? So it's almost like this person wants to come in. They want to rebuild, okay? They know that you were a blessing and it would be nice to be able to rebuild. So what happened between Aries and this person? What was the situation? Obsession is the first card out. All right. So you have lockbox, done, and obsession. So this person, okay, a little aggression. Okay, shh, Max. So they, I think, kind of frustrated you. They may have been a little too obsessed with you. And I think that's why you were done with this situation. Shh. They were a little too much, right? Maybe they depended on you too much for finances and taking care of their children, and you didn't want to do that anymore. Max, stop. Okay, so it kind of became a little obsessive, and so that's probably why you took upon yourself to take a step back. You're like, yeah, this is too much. You know, these are not my kids. This is not my situation. I don't mind stepping in and helping out, you know, like if you showed up at their house, you know, you'd stop off, maybe pick up some ice cream for the whole family, you know, a little something, because you weren't going to do it just for you and that person. You took it a step further and you were generous, and you spread your generosity out through even their children, which is a nice thing to do, obviously. But maybe they expected a little bit more and it got to be a little too much. So you're like, nah, this is not my situation. These are not my kids. They're, you know, it's almost like they expected you to take the place of their own baby mama, baby daddy kind of thing. Okay. It makes sense. And of course, that's why they still hold on to you, because like I said, they do consider this to be a blessing if they were to be able to rebuild with you. Okay. Let's get a little more on this, please. So, so what's going to happen here? Ace of Swords in the reverse. Three of Swords. Shh. Max. We got the Queen of Wands. Um, so I'm looking at this as the Queen of Wands, as the mother energy here. And the separation, the heartbreak that's been caused by the separation is creating this other person. They're not making the best judgment calls. Okay. And I feel you realize you made the right decision. And so it doesn't look like this is somebody you want to go back to. So it could very easily be a fire sign. Strong Aries, could be Libra. Oh my goodness. Strong Libra. Seven of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. The Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, you wanted your freedom out of this. Your passion is looking to invest somewhere else. You have no desire to go back with this person. So, like I said, again, heavy fire, air energy, and a little bit Taurus, some Taurus energy. So earth, air, and fire energy. So take that as it resonates. Let me see. Kipper. What final messages do we have here for Aries? Great Fortune 26, Lovers 15, Distant Horizons, Unexpected Income 36 and 27. Yeah. So I look at it this way. Look, it won't be too much longer, right? With the unexpected income, it's almost like it's an unexpected surprise, right? That you will eventually find someone who is your equal, the Lovers, right? And it will be somebody who has, great fortune that they can share with you like you would share with them. And this is not too far off in the distance. Okay, you're going to have another lover coming in that's going to match you. And it, like I said, because it goes from 26 to 27 with the great fortune and unexpected income. So you're progressing and expanding in the upward direction. So this is something that's going to be good for you. You know, the distant horizon too is the card of like fairy tale. So it's almost like I think you're going to find your fairy tale ending, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going into situations where, you know, somebody already has kids, but it's almost like I think you might end up in a situation to where it's your own fairy tale, right? Where maybe it'll be somebody that you actually have kids with as well. So you'll be able to create your own family rather than somebody obsessively holding on to you to take care of their kids, okay? So I hope that was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Leo, you are up next. We want to know why they hold on to you. Could be energetically, like I said, or could be somebody you're living with, you're in a relationship with. Somebody you could have already broken up. I don't know. Could be somebody at work. Let's find out. Why do they hold on to Leo, please? Why are they holding on to Leo? Wow, so you got 3 of them on current self, and then on home, you have 1 token. Something with the home. The speech bubbles. People you live with. Got a lot to say. They gossiping, or you're the talk of the town. Hometown. Hometown. You're the talk of the hometown. The town you live in. Okay, current self, you have the magnifying glass. You've got the moon. You've got the cross. Oof. Oh, wow. Am I really thinking that? So you sacrifice yourself. There's something mysterious. Like they know there's more to you. Right. It's almost like you keep secrets. Not everybody knows everything about you. Um, and so that's probably why, you know, in your hometown, you're the talk of the town because maybe people don't know everything about you. Okay? Tell me more about this, please. Tell me more about this for Leo. So you, I don't want to say it's like you hold secrets. I think maybe you just maybe stick to yourself. And so they can't get enough of you because they don't get a chance to know everything there is to know about you. Tell me more. There's the down low and the dirty little secret. Oh no. All right, what else? The lost. On the table. Okay. So Yeah, it's almost like I don't know, Leo, you might be the type of person that keeps it casual. You probably casually date, I want to say. And so that's why you have everybody in your hometown like talking about you, right? Because they can't get close enough. They always feel like there's something being held back. And it could be just the fact that you casually date, you haven't found that strong connection, right? And so everybody always feels like they're not able to get that commitment with you, right? No one's been able to really nail you down specifically. Okay. All right. Tell us more about this. Well, Leo, you are just too fiery, and Leo is the sun card, so it's the happiness, and you probably bring happiness into everybody's life, but they just don't get enough of that happiness. You're not really letting your guard down with anybody yet. Okay. Yeah. Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, people, they're not able to be successful when it comes to getting your attention. The world. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, see, everybody's trying to get a piece of you. They want that offer from you. They want that commitment. They want to be able to say, Leo is mine, right? I'm with Leo. And no one's been able to do that yet. Like they're not able to get there. It's like you're just not catchable. Like you before they get a chance to get too close to you, you've already moved on to like three other people that you've met and you're dating. This is really interesting. Um so Leo energy, that's your energy. We've got some Scorpio energy so far. With the moon, there's Pisces energy. Okay. Um, well, so why doesn't Leo why hasn't Leo found anybody to actually commit to? Why hasn't Leo found anybody to commit to? Six of Cups in reverse. Sun in reverse. Oh. So you're really disappointed. There's something from the past. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. So, yeah, somebody must have hurt you in the past, okay? It's almost like you've had too many bad investments, right? And so you've just learned to let go, right? Not let yourself, get in anxiety or anything. So you meet and you date and you go out and you have a good time, but you're still stuck on something that happened to you in the past. So there's something that you haven't really been able to get over. And I think it's just you've come across too many relationships that were bad investments. And so instead of getting anxiety and getting too close, you kind of, learn to let go of these people, sooner than expected. So that's interesting. So you're kind of the untainable, but you're untainable because you've had too many bad experiences. So that's your secret. Okay? Final message. Okay, we've got Privileged Lady, card 12. That cannot be it. There we go. Family Room, card 21. Distant Horizons. Aries had distant horizons as well. So if you have any Aries in your chart, you can check that out. So either you are the privileged lady, okay, or you have a privileged lady that is expected to come in the distant horizon. So this is much like the fairy tale card. So I feel you're eventually going to be coming across somebody who is younger, a little bit more privileged, much like the Empress, right? So this is much like the Empress card, and I feel that it's going to be somebody that might help you get over whatever anxieties, you had from past experiences where everybody was a bad investment. So if you're dealing with an Empress, the Empress is the most productive card of the deck, right? She's always birthing something new. She's always successful. She's nurturing. She's caring. So if you find yourself dealing with an Empress, it might help you change your thought pattern of wanting to actually offer a commitment to somebody, and not, be so easy to let people go. Because it's like you did with the cross. So that means, you sacrificed a lot of yourself on these past relationships that didn't turn out so well. So you're just not ready to actually find, with anybody you've been dating, it's not anybody that you're ready to take the plunge with. But you are, in the distant horizon, going to be coming across somebody, whether that's masculine or feminine. You take that as it resonates. The Empress can be masculine or feminine. But it is somebody that is, with the family room, is going to feel much like home, right? Just like I said, you are the talk of the hometown because people are not able to get close to you and they're not able to get that commitment with you. But there is going to be somebody that is going to eventually catch your eye and you're going to feel very comfortable with, and this is coming up for you, and this could possibly be your fairy tale ending. It will be somebody that, takes away all of the past relationships that you've had that you felt were bad investments. So, wow. All right, Leo. I hope that was helpful. I will talk to you soon. Sagittarius, what is up? All right, so let's find out why people hold on to you, whether it's a relationship, career, or just energetically, right? Why do they hold on to Sagittarius? What do we got? Okay. We got career section, we've got physical well-being, and we have inner influence. So for career, you have the bathtub shower. So that's like cleansing, self-care, purify your energy. So I feel like I'm talking to a Sagittarius that is extremely busy at work, and you're dependent on heavily. And so you, from time to time, you're like, I got to take care of myself. I need some time, right? Because here you've got the hourglass. So that's like the time on the inner influence. 39. Right. So inner influence is only something you can do within yourself and change within you. So I feel like you get to a point at work to where you're like, okay, this is enough. Too many people are coming at me. I need a break. I got to take some time off. Right? So your inner self tells you, okay, it's time to take a break. Because with the physical well-being, you've got the long, windy road. So with physical well-being, with the long winding road, all the work and the efforts you put in, it's like a long road from when you start working until when you retire, and in between is that long windy road, ups and downs, turns and twists, and it takes a toll on your physical well-being. But yet people heavily depend on you, which is why they hold on. So tell me more about this situation for Sagittarius. Yeah, so you like to take care of yourself, right? You know when it's time. But it probably makes it difficult because maybe you are dependent on heavily. And so when you're out, people feel it, right? So they always probably want to reach out to you when you're off, when you're taking vacation. Yeah, so there's a lockbox. Frustration. There's the alien and sold. Yeah, so with the alien, it's like much like the inner influence, you knowing, and it almost might be, you feel like you might get to a point to where you get so frustrated, you might actually physically move out of this position, this career, this job, because you're so dependent on, and it's such a long road that it will take a toll on you if you're not able to take enough breaks. So you're just people, you're good at what you do. And maybe there's not enough of you, right? Not everybody works like you do. What the good Lord. All right. Golly day. Okay. Entrapment. Yeah. Right? There's the entrapment, right? Just like with the lockbox. You know, you can feel much like you're trapped, right? You're trapped into this career of, making money. Right? But at the same time, you don't feel like you can disconnect and get that break. So everybody's holding on to you. Okay? All right, so tell us more. Let's pull the tarot. Always pulling on you. Needing Sagittarius for something. It's too many. What else here for Sagittarius, please? Death in reverse. Holding on. Yeah. Feeling a little stuck. High Priestess in reverse. Yeah. You know, you have to be careful because this is with the High Priestess in reverse. It's like you're repressing repressed feelings. So it's, we have to be careful at work. We can't just always say what we want to say, right? Sometimes it's, we want to say, figure it out yourself, right? So you probably have to hold back, and that's why you have to be careful with your physical well-being, right? Because in your personal life, you can probably be a little more open with people. Tell them to get out of your energy. You can tell them to go do their own research, figure out the problem on their own. Work, maybe not so much. So by you holding back, you have to be careful. It can cause illness, right? Stress, depression. And we have the Page of Swords. Yeah, so you always have to think before you speak, like I was saying. You can't just always say what you want to say to get things off your chest. So you feel like you have to hold back more, right? Because it is a job. You do make your money. We do need to pay our bills. So this might cause you to actually move away. Okay, King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse. So we've got Scorpio energy, Cancer twice. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You could have some strong Cancer in your chart. You take that as it resonates. But it looks like you are probably worried about making a wrong decision, right? If you move away from this career, this job to go do something else where maybe you're not as dependent on so heavily, you're probably going to be a little worried about your stability. So you probably make some good money. Okay, it's created some stability for you. Yet it's coming with a price, right? You People pulling on you all the time, and so you're a little concerned of would I be going in the right direction if I moved away from this, right, to do something that would be where you're not dependent on. And I get that. So what final message do we have here for Sagittarius? Courthouse. Thoughts. 2316. Pathway. So you know what I'm getting out of this? Card 35. I feel like you're actually having thoughts of a new pathway on your own, right? So the courthouse to me would be you going and, getting, a business license, right? Filing for a business license, going off on your own path, being your own boss, your own person, being able to run things your own way. And of course, you could you could say what you need to say without repressing what it is that you want to think. You wouldn't always have to think before you spoke, right? Not saying that you would do that and be rude, but yeah, it does. It's I think you're going to start thinking very heavily about your own path, right? With the moving away from this situation, having dreams, possibly, going after your dream, and that is becoming your own person, so you don't have to worry about too many people heavily depending on you while you're making somebody else's dream come true. You could actually focus on making your own dream come true. But yeah, that's why they hold on to you. You seem to be pretty independent and good at what you do. Yeah, you're pretty stable and confident in what you do. And so when you're confident and stable, and obviously generous with your time and resources, people are going to want to hold on to your energy, because it's helpful. It's something that would be useful for them, right? But at a cost. Possibly you know, worrying about your own physical well-being. So, Sagittarius, I hope that was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Taurus, you are up next. We want to know why they hold on to you. It could be energetically, could be career, could be some sort of commitment, could be family. I don't know. Let's find out. Why do they hold on? Why does everybody hold on to Taurus? Okay, so we've got love, love section. We've got the home, current self, and outer influence. So the outer influence is obviously people outside of you. You have the speech bubbles. So People are gossiping and talking outside of you. Okay, you got the magnifying glass on home. So there's something that needs to be looked at in the home life. Love is the, what is that, the trine? So the trine is supposed to be harmonizing energy in the love life. And then 35 is the open book on the current self. That is about honesty and easy to read. So I want to say it's the honesty. People like that you and yourself, you're honest. You are transparent when you need to be, and you like to harmonize, keep things, so you're open, you're transparent, you very much harmonize in your love life. People do, that's what they talk about, right? You're like the talk of the town. You know, Taurus is this sweet bull, okay, who's open, who's transparent. They're stable. But it looks like a magnifying glass. See, there's more to you though, right? In your actual home life, there's something more to you. They know this. They see you're transparent, you're an open book, but there's more to you. They know that there's so much more to that lovable bull. Okay. Tell me more about the speech bubbles. What's that situation? I think the rest of it speaks for itself, but it's the outer people talking. I mean, is it a gossip? I don't. Tell me more. What about to confess for? Oh, Taurus. People are waiting to find out if you are having a, is something done on the home life? Are you divorcing? Right? So people want to get into that energy and hold on to you. They want to know what more is to that story. Yeah. Lockdown. People are really focused on what is really going on with your home life. Do you have somebody on the home front that you're separated from or that you're married to who wants to hold on to you, but is there something not harmonizing and they want to hold on to you because they know other people want you? They know it'll be easier for you to find love because there's so many other outer influences that are talking about you, right? Waiting for that Taurus to be single again. Huh? Is that what this is? They're waiting to harmonize with you. Yeah, there's the Two of Cups in reverse. There's the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they're waiting to see if you're going to have a breakup, a separation, finito. And to everybody else, their talk is that if this happens, this is great news. Like, this is, if that Taurus separates, divorces, this is great. Taurus will be on the market. This will be an opportunity for people to be able to come in and manifest. Yeah. 4 Wands in reverse. That is an unhappy home. Home is upside down. Conflict. It is the marriage not successful. The home, no. Finito, done. People are waiting for that to happen. So they energetically are holding on, waiting. This is weird. This is like people are just waiting for you. Okay, so 7 of Swords in reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so if you have a significant partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, high-level commitment, whatever that means to you, it can be different for everybody. So I feel like they're the ones that want to hold on to you and don't want this to be over. They know that you will move on and be successful because there's other people that are just waiting for this to happen. They know that as soon as it's done and over and you're gone, you're going to move on and be happy. You've got people waiting for you. They know you'll be successful. And this upsets them, something terrible. And so what they want to do is they want to blame all these outer influences who are waiting to get a chance to get in your energy, Taurus. So it's like they want to blame outer influences for what's happening inside the home. Yeah, they're blaming everything on the outside of this connection. So why is this connection with Taurus ending, though? I mean, I see it's everybody else is waiting. Waiting to harmonize. Eight of Swords in the reverse. Oh, that's too many, Spirit. Come on. King of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Swords in the reverse. Woo. So let me call out some signs real quick before I forget. So we've got Cancer energy, Aries energy, Virgo energy, Aquarius energy, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Taurus. Okay, could be any signs that you're dealing with. Any of these signs could be strong in your chart. So I feel like you wanted this to end, or why it's feeling over is it's like you want relief. Okay, there was always somebody having a quiet power over you, right? So there was always some sort of power over you because of like something in so with the King of Pentacles, it's like King of Pentacles upright is somebody who's generous. They're loyal, they're a provider, right? It's long term. But it's almost like you didn't feel like you wanted to be open and be loyal and provide, and you weren't feeling the long term because this person, somebody you were dealing with, it was almost like a little bit of a manipulation. And I think for the longest time you were in the Eight of Swords, much like the mental lockdown, and you started to see the situation for what it was, and you took the blindfold off to be able to get relief and get a new perspective. It was almost like you started to open your eyes to what was really happening, where somebody was kind of like wanting to have a little bit of control over you. And you felt that the more control they wanted over you, you didn't feel giving. So that's when the blindfold started to come off, right? You started to actually see, right, how they were treating you, and then your reaction to that and how you were reacting to it. You're like, okay, well, this person's kind of cold. It's kind of like they're judgmental, maybe a little cold. And so your reaction was, well, they're kind of cold towards me. I don't feel like I want to do anything for them. And then you started to see, well, what's the point in me being here, right? If they're going to act this way and I'm going to act this way, why are we here? Why are we doing this? What is the point? But you got people waiting for you. And that's more so why this person wants to hold on to your energy, because they know there's other people outside of this relationship that's holding on to your energy as well. Taurus, you are quite the bull. My goodness. What final message? Mature man. Number 5. Marriage. 3. Card 3. Pathway. So either you are the mature man in this situation, or you're dealing with a mature man. You take this as it resonates. But I feel like it's possibly the mature man here who's opened their eyes up to what's truly going on in this marriage, okay, and is ready to take a new pathway. Okay, you're ready for you're ready to harmonize in love. There's no harmonizing right now in this current marriage, and that's what you're seeing, and that's, you know, why your current self is being more transparent and open, right? You're being more open about this. But rest assured, I mean, you got people waiting on you, Taurus. They are hanging out, waiting to pounce on that bull and get a chance. So I hope this was helpful. Much love and light. I'll talk to you soon. What's up, Virgo? You are next. Let's find out why people hold on to you. Could be energetically, could be career, family, love, friends. I don't know. All right. Why do they hold on to Virgo? What's going on? Why do they hold on to Virgo? Ooh. Oh. So we've got love, career. We have 2 in physical well-being. We have 1 in the home. Okay, so right off the bat, Virgo, you've got the lantern. That's you, okay? That's hermit energy. And then we've got 144. Is that the money going out of the hand? Hand with money. Payout, handout. Money in and out. Yeah, so you're getting enlightenment on the fact that it's taking a toll on your physical well-being of, you know, money constantly going in and out, because you have career and you have love. So on the love, you have the token that straight up says no. You might be like, no love right now, none. Career, you've got the bird in hand. So the bird in hand is appreciate what you have and having gratitude. So I feel like you are, you know, very grateful for the career you have. You probably are able to make pretty good money. So you're able to take care of yourself. But I feel like you've got people wanting to hold on to you in the love department because of the money you make, because you've got the, you know, money in hand, and it's as fast as you make it, you've got people coming into your energy who want to hold on to you because they want you to spend it on them, and you're getting enlightenment on this. Okay. And I think it's because it's taken a toll on you physically. You've got the elephant on the home, though. So the elephant holds a lot of memories, and I'm getting a sense of you wanting to make memories in a home. Or no, yes, you want to make memories in the home. The problem is you want to say no to love because people want to be around you and be in your energy because you do make money. And I feel you're afraid that that's everybody. And I don't think that's the case, because you do want to make memories in the home. And, normally that would be associated with making memories in the home with somebody else. But you've got the straight up no on love. So, all right, let's dig in. Tell us more about this situation here for Virgo. All right, tell us more about this, please, for Virgo. We've got the racing, projected, and we've got pop-up. So it looks like here, so projected out in the near future, so whether that's days, weeks, or months, it could be any of those time frames. I think it's going to be there's going to be something unexpected. And I feel like you're going to clarify the racing. Before I say anything, that could go either way. Clarify racing. There we go. Okay. So in the near future, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, an unexpected person, possibly, who wants to come towards you to confess. What do they want to confess? Tell me more, please. What does this unexpected visit person, what do they want? What is this? Okay, so we've got Star in reverse, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Judgment. So there's going to be somebody who's going to come towards you. They might be in some despair, okay, especially with the Four of Pentacles. So they want to come in and they want to hold on to you, right? Why do they want to hold on to you? They want to apologize and they want to tell you that you're somebody they want to invest their time in. Okay. This person's feeling a little lost. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody who didn't want to commit to you in the past. They may have been a little greedy. Ace of Swords. They're sorry because they've made a wrong decision by not committing to you. So this is the person that's holding on. Yeah. So you've got the Three of Cups in reverse. So this person may have cheated on you. Okay. They cheated on you. They didn't commit to you. They are sorry that it was bad judgment. All the way around, it was bad judgment. And so that's why they still hold on to you. And they do want to come in and talk about this. Confess this to you. Okay. So this is somebody that is holding on. And they're going to be coming towards you. What is the final message here for Virgo? #21, the family room. Adjudication, 30. #13, the wealthy man. So you could be the wealthy man. I would say possibly you're the wealthy man. Could also be that you're dealing with a wealthy man. You take that as it resonates. It looks to me like they want to come in and make something right. They may have owed you something. They need to, I think, come back and make something right in regards to the family room. Can be an apartment, could just very well be a room in a house They would like to either sit down and have this conversation with you about making things right. That's up to you. You have free will whether you want to take up on this or not. Hope that was helpful. But yeah, lots to think about there, Virgo, but they will be coming in to apologize. Hope that was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Capricorn, you are up next. We want to find out why people hold on to you. Could be energetic, could be work, could be friends, could be family. I don't know. Let's dig in. Why do they hold on to Capricorn, Spirit? Why do they hold on to Capricorn? Career, love, other people, inner influence, and we have physical well-being. So, the outer, other people, excuse me, you've got the ear on other people. So other people are listening closely to you. Interested maybe in what you have to say. Inner influence is the imperial crown. So that is divine masculine. So can be crown chakra, leadership. So I feel like I'm talking to a Capricorn who shows leadership, right? So your crown chakra is open. Okay, so I think you know things. I think people hone in on what it is that you know, what it is that you say, and it's your inner influence, right? You just know things, and I think people are intrigued by it. Career, you have the telephone. Waiting to hear about something related to your career. Let me get back to that. We have the nuts and bolts in the love. Practical matters, core issues. So, with the nuts and bolts, on this token, they're just scattered, right? So it's kind of like, I feel like you're a Capricorn that is probably ready to piece your love life together. I feel like maybe you've been more focused on career. So with the telephone, it's like you've been answering the call more towards your career, making money. And now it's time to take these nuts and bolts and kind of put the love life together. The physical well-being, it looks like that is the suitcase. Yes. So it's like, I feel like you possibly, you may possibly want to relocate somewhere fast and furious. Like there's somewhere else you need to be. Um, and people are probably holding on to you because maybe they see you're at a place to where you want to relocate somewhere else. And people hear this, right? They're listening to the way you talk. Especially with your crown chakra being open, the inner influence, it's like you're listening to your inner self. And I think people energetically want to hold on to you just because they feel like you're ready to move on to another part of your life, right? You're always answering the call with your career, but it's how do I put my love life together, right? And maybe that's what it is. You feel moving and relocating to another area, maybe slowing down, maybe you would be able to meet more people. You're always focused on career, but it's okay, well, I want to start looking at my love life. And people are listening to what it is you're saying. They hear it, and I feel like they want to hold on because they're worried you're going to be relocating out of the area. Tell me more about this situation. Maybe somebody doesn't want to see you go just yet. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, so we've got the Done card. Completion, lesson learned. Searching. Plugged. Yeah, you are tuned in and very much connected to searching for something more, right? Like I said, putting the love life together. I think you're always answering the call at work, but now you're kind of done. You've completed. I almost feel like I'm talking to a Capricorn they're completed with where they are in their career. That now it's time to stay tuned in to what is it you're searching for next. And I believe that's love. And I think that is relocating somewhere different. Right? Somewhere where maybe you can get out a little more. It's a little bit more laid back. It's not so hustle bustle. Yeah. Two of Wands. Yeah. Planning. Making them future plans. What's the next step? Where are you headed? What's the next path? Decisions. Three of Cups, celebrating, getting out, having a good time, working on that love life. Absolutely, your happiness. Loving relationships. King of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. What's with all the reverse here? Yeah. I feel like feel like I'm talking to a Capricorn. You know, Capricorn, they're all about the hard work. They like to make that money. I feel like you're at a point in your life to where you don't want to be so focused on the career and making the money. I think you've done that. Like I said, I think you've gotten where you want to be in your career. I don't think you're trying to go any further. You're trying to focus on love and happiness, friendships and celebrating and getting together and just, you know, living life. Living life. You know, and I feel like you've been in self-doubt, right? Um, you may have gotten a little cold, right? Because the King of Cups in reverse is cold, you know? A little cool, you know, a little moody, shut down. You know, and you're feeling this imbalance, right? You've got the career, but your love, it's nuts and bolts. There's nothing, they're just nuts and bolts laid out. Nothing's built, nothing's put together. And I think you're ready to just focus on the love life. And I think you feel moving somewhere would change that. You know, with your crown chakra open, you know, that's your inner guidance telling you. Here we've got the Three of Pentacles. Oops. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, you've built that foundation, right? You're single, you're independent, you've achieved a lot financially. You know, the fruits of your labor are showing. The only thing you're missing is love. Yes, Page of Wands. Now you're ready to get out and explore the world a little. Okay, you've spent probably a good majority of your life working, and now you just want to set yourself free a little bit. You want to be that, you know, free spirit. You've worked hard. You've achieved so much. You've built that foundation, the financial foundation, and now you're ready to just set yourself free. And people want to hold on to you. They're like, wait, don't go, Capricorn. You know, don't leave us. It's your time. You know, maybe there's some people at work too that are a little worried about, you know, oh gosh, is Capricorn going to leave us? I don't see that happening. I think you're just ready to go into a new area to where you can get into things you're into, whether you golf, you know, maybe you want to golf more, or, you know, something with a hobby. You know, maybe you know, if you go somewhere warmer, you can go to wineries around year round, right? Whatever that is for you, it's just doing something that's not work related, right? What is the final message? So people are holding on to you, man. They don't want to see you go. Mature woman. Number 6. Yeah, you could be the mature woman, you know. Like I said, you've gone as far as you would like to go in your career. Maybe you're not trying to advance anymore and you're trying to slow down there. Pathway. A lot of people are getting the pathway. You know, card 35. Yeah, you're ready to set off somewhere new. Put that love life together. 36, distant horizon. A couple other signs got this one too. Pathway and distant horizon. So, yeah, I feel like, you know, in the distant horizon, you as the mature woman, you're good where you are. Like I said, the Queen of Pentacles, you know, this is someone who is, I'm sorry, Nine of Pentacles. That's, like I was saying, that's, you have accomplished everything in your financial world. And now it's like, okay, I'm ready to set out and find love. And so that's the new pathway for you. This can be the fairy tale. Now it's time to focus on what is it that's going to make you happy with the celebration, with the Three of Cups, right? It's all about, you know, because you've been the King of Cups, right? You've been shut down and not being able to show your love towards, you know, something. And now it's, okay, well, I want to turn that around. I don't want to be cool. I don't want to feel depressed and moody. You know, I don't want to feel imbalanced, right? I want that work-life balance. You know, I don't see Capricorn, you as ready to retire, but you could be, you know, preparing yourself saying, you know, well, at the end of this career and I retire, if I don't have anything other than my career, what am I going to have in retirement? What am I going to look forward to? Am I going to have any friends? Am I going to have a lover? You know, and that's what you're looking at right now, and that's what I see coming up for you, and people are going to want to hold on to that, you know. You know, maybe they're like, man, that Capricorn's quite a catch. You know, maybe they'd like to get up in that energy and hold on to it, right? Much like work. Work is like, oh, Capricorn, you're the workhorse. You know, where are you going? They don't, maybe they're afraid if you go to another location, then you'll slowly start, you know, getting further and further away from the career and more into love and happiness and being that free spirit and, you know, looking a little bit more like you do want to retire, you know. Hopefully, hey, if you're at a point in your life where you can, by all means, because you've got other people, they're listening to you, right? Maybe they like what plan you have going on, or where you're headed. So, Capricorn, I hope that was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Gemini, you are next. Let's see. Why do people hold on to you? Is it energetic? Is it friends, work, family? Let's find out. Why do they hold on to Gemini? Spirit, tell us. What is it about Gemini? Oh, all right. So we've got finance, we have career, and we have family. I don't think I've ever seen this token come out before. Okay. And we have, okay, so let's see here. 2 tokens on career. We've got the moon and we've got the cocktail. We have the seahorse on finance. And this is the one I've never seen before come out. The family and what is that? The house? House. Yeah, you provide a lot of stability for your family. Yeah. You could be going to a new residence. Yes, a lot of stability for the family. That's like much like the Four of Wands, it's Four of Wands, it's four sides to a house, right? So you are kind of like the backbone to your family. So with the moon on career with the cocktail. So this is interesting. So the moon is obviously related to nighttime. And I feel I feel like you have a moon, what is it when they call it a moonlighting job, right? I feel like it has something to do. Well, I can't tell, but I feel like it's like I think you do something during the day, obviously, but you moonlight at night. So it's almost like there's something else that you do separate. And it's something, yeah, like with the mix. So it's like the cocktail is a mix of different ways that you're making money, right? Career wise, finance is the seahorse. Yeah, luck, strength, and power. Whatever it is that you do really well, right? You're almost considered lucky with your finances, right? So could very well be, you have your day job, your career, but at night you're probably doing investments, right? You're probably really good at doing your investments. And because of that, your financials are really well. So your family likes to hold on to you, which I mean, nothing wrong with that. Your family, you're providing the stability, and your family is, very much connected to you because of the stability you do provide. Okay, so tell me more about this situation. Boy, that was interesting with the moonlighting, because I was like, oh no, you can't be a bartender. I mean, you could be, but I was like, nah, I'm getting something different. I think you just know how to invest your money. You're good with the numbers. So it's, you're working during the day and you're investing. You know how to invest your money at night. So that's kind of like the moonlighting part. Tell me more about this situation for Gemini. Yeah, there's the receipts. Racing. Anxiety. So maybe you get a little anxiety because you are the one that provides so much stability for your home, your family. And it's like you're always in a rush to see the proof of, what it is that you're doing with your finances. You always want to hurry up and see what the payout is going to be, or how the investments are doing. And I feel like, maybe it does make you a little nervous and a little panicked because your family does depend on you so much. So it might not be just your direct family, it might be even extended family that depends on you, where you're carrying the brunt of everything for not just your immediate, but extended family members as well. And it's always panicking you and giving you anxiety, because when you're doing your investments and trading stocks and stuff like that, maybe you're always worried that you're going to make a wrong move and lose money rather than gain money. But I don't know why you would. You've got the seahorse, right? That's the luck and the power and the strength. Maybe you're worried about your luck running out at some point too. Tell me more. Three of Cups in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're worried sometimes that you're going to end up being reckless with not seeing a return in profit with, your moonlighting, right? The investments, trading stocks. Yeah, it's almost like your mind races, and you're a Gemini. Gemini is a lot of thoughts, can be a lot of doubt, self-talk. Should I trade in this stock? Should I not? Am I being too reckless? And I think that's gives you anxiety, a lot of anxiety. About losing out on too much money. But at the same time, you feel this because your family heavily depends on the stability that you offer it. And you're worried about, is that going to change at some point? And am I going to make this house unstable? Because so many people, hold on to me and they depend on me to keep everything, food on the table, to keep everybody clothed, to keep everybody not wondering where, their next meal is going to come from. And I feel that that's, a lot on you. But it looks like you're doing well. I just think that, Geminis have a tendency to kind of toggle back and forth on their decisions. Was that a good decision? And you won't know until you get the proof, right? Until you see the proof, you're feeling the anxiety until you see like what you've traded stock wise. Is it going to benefit? Is it going to pay out? Okay. Makes sense. Wow. Gemini, it looks like you're doing fine though. Okay. I get it though. I have a Gemini moon, Gemini rising, Gemini self node. So I totally get it. Totally get it. But I think this is, confirmation for you that you're doing fine. I think it's always a risk, right? When you're doing stocks, 401ks, trading and this and that. Percentages, I get that, you're always going to be worried. Did I make the wrong decision? What's the final message here for Gemini? Okay, mature man. Thief. Card 5, card 24. House. Yeah, see, there's the house again. Yeah. You could be the mature man, okay? Or could be, just as easily a mature man. Maybe there's husband, father figure, somebody that heavily depends on you. You take it as it resonates. But I think you're always worried with the thief that, it's almost like you worry you could be gambling away your stability, your house, right? Are you going to lose your stability? Are you going to lose your house? Based on losing on a mistake with what you're doing with your investments. And again, the mature man, I feel like that's you I'm talking to. But it doesn't have to be. You place that where it fits. But yeah, you're the mature one here, and I think you're just petrified that you could be, literally gambling your stability away, and you're afraid of losing it all. I don't see that happening here. But I completely get that, and maybe that's something, you might want to be careful of that. I get that, Geminis can have overactive minds, but you want to be careful of that, because if you have too much anxiety and you focus too much on the worry, you could possibly manifest something bad, and some sort of bad investment happening. So you just might want to be mindful of that. But like I said, right now, it doesn't seem like you're headed towards any downfalls. So I hope that was helpful. But yeah, your energy, they hold on to you because of you providing the stability in the home. And it seems to put a lot of pressure on you, obviously. So try to take it easy, take it one day at a time. I think you'll be fine though. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Libra, you are up next. Let's find out why they hold on to you. Energetic, career, friend, partner. Let's find out. Why do they hold on to Libra, please? Ooh, all right. Well, interesting. This is the first time one has landed off the moon mat out into the future area. It's the Sagittarius symbol. Okay. And then the other one is lessons. Is that 91? Whirlwind. Whoa. Okay, so basically lessons. And then the Sagittarius symbol. This is interesting. In the future, you seek. So in the future, there's something you're seeking. And there's a whirlwind of lessons. That's not much to go by. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Okay. Well, what is this? This isn't much. Tell us more about this, please. What is the situation for why they hold on? Because you're learning lessons? You're teaching lessons? Somebody holding on to you because they learn from you? Oh. Tell me more about this situation, please. For Libra. Bounty hunter. We got a divine masculine. Entrapment. Magnetic. Okay, so okay. So could very well be a masculine that's very magnetically attracted to you. They would like to be in pursuit of you. Okay? However, with the entrapment here, yeah, because the Sagittarius, the fire in the future, the fiery, so maybe this person's not quite holding on to you totally, but maybe partially, right? Because right now they're currently, I feel like they're stuck in something else. Oh, could it be this person stuck learning a lot of lessons? They're in a whirlwind of learning a lot of lessons right now. But they hold on to you because they are so... you're somebody that they can't resist, but they have lessons to learn. They would like to pursue you. So do they hold on to you because they would like to pursue you at some point, but right now they're stuck. They're entrapped in something. Okay. That was interesting. All right. So what is this? Tell us more about this entrapment. What is this? Because I think we've pretty much got the rest down. Sounds like they're stuck learning some lessons. Okay, but in the future they would like to definitely seek you out, come towards you. So they haven't completely let go. Okay, so we've got 5 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Wands. Okay, yeah. So the entrapment, I feel like this person is still connected to a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this person's very self-centered, causes a lot of fights, arguments, disagreements, power struggle. You know, the King of Wands, you know, there's the fire, right, with the Sagittarius energy, right? In the future, they want to aim their passion. They have a vision, right? They're seeing a bigger picture here, but they're stuck in learning lessons with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So, who's probably quite jealous, smothering, very domineering, fire energy there. So you've got some Leo. We've got heavy Leo energy. Capricorn energy. Yeah, so we've got the Hierophant in reverse. They're trying to, they're trying to break free from this person. And they're in a whirlwind of lessons. Yeah, okay. 8 of Swords and Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to end a high level commitment. It could be marriage. Doesn't have to be. It could be either or. And that's why they can't pursue you, because they're still caught up in a whirlwind of lessons of dealing with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Whew. So this person right now is trying to deal with their feelings. So they can't open up about their feelings. The Queen of Cups in reverse, it's, you know, keeping their feelings to themselves about the situation. So they can't really talk about it until they're able to get out of the fear of failure and bad luck and blockages. So it's like imprisonment, right? But the Eight of Wands is, she's got such, they're blocking themselves, right? If you really want to get out of something, you can get out of it. It's just a matter of dealing with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They have this vision. They see they want to be with you. They'd like to move towards you, but they can't. They have to keep their feelings to themselves, and they can't quite come towards you yet. But it looks like it's something they want to do in the future. So that's why they're still holding on, because they know they feel magnetically attracted. They know they want to go towards you, but they can't. So it's an energetic holding on, all while they're learning lessons, fighting and arguing with a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. High level commitment, marriage, could be, in the middle of getting a divorce. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you know why they're energetically holding on to you. So if you're feeling a little tug, that's probably this person, right? All right, what is the final message here? You might want to check out the other signs as well to get more information. There was, I think, Taurus. Yeah, 37, poverty. Child, 18. Marriage. Yeah, there was a couple other signs, so I can't remember. I think Taurus might have been one. I don't think Leo. Maybe. I know Taurus was as well. So 3, yeah. So yeah, this person. Is probably very worried about moving on from a marriage, because they'll probably be raked over the coals. They could have a child with this person, and it could be, they're worried about how much they're going to have to pay to take care of the child, from this divorce. Yeah, so it's almost like they're trying to deal with the financial part of this situation. And it's kind of like they, are also, I feel, maybe a little worried about the child, being coming from a broken family, right? So the poverty card can also be, a child with one parent. And so that might be a little bit of a concern that's going on here as well. So if you're dealing with somebody who has a child, who's married and has a child, this could be for you. And there's some strong Leo in here. A little bit of Cancer, Taurus, some Gemini. Yeah. So, yeah, check out the other signs. You might be able to get more information, because marriage has come out a couple of times. I know Taurus. I can't remember the other ones. But anyway, yeah. So they're holding on to you energetically. So future, I think they're planning. I don't know how long that's going to be, though. So take it as it resonates. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Aquarius, let's find out why they hold on to you. Is it work, career, energetic, family, friends, romantic partners, exes? Why do they hold on to Aquarius? Please. Outer influence. We've got the Leo symbol. And we've got the lonely road. Wow. Does this person feel like they're going to end up with obstacles and feeling alone? Yeah, they feel like they're gonna be lost. They could be, could have strong Leo in their chart. So they hold on to you because they don't want to feel left alone. You know, they feel like they will be left. They will feel alone. Yeah, there's denial. Oh, obsession. Look. Yeah, so they must. It's like they almost feel like they must remain in your life. Okay? This may be revealed to you, whether it's through this reading, somebody else tells you about this. They may come tell you about this, but it's they're being very irrational, right? Because, you know, I mean, it seems very codependent, right? I need you so I don't feel alone. Tell me more about this person, please, that's holding on to Aquarius. Tell me more about this person holding on to Aquarius. Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, obsessively hanging on. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh my God. Seven of Wands in the reverse, and then we've got the Eight of Cups. So this person that you're dealing with that feels they're going to be all alone, who's obsessively holding on to you because they need you. This person, they don't have any goals. Okay? You withdrawing from them, okay, they feel abandoned. They're afraid of change. Very fearful of change. We have Virgo energy. We have Leo energy. We've got Pisces energy. You know, they don't have anything for themselves. But, I mean, that's really codependent, right? Obsessively holding on because I need you to make me happy. I need you so I can have a life. That's not good. That is not good. Tell me more, please. Seven of Pentacles. Death card. Temperance in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this person, it's like they feel that if this ends with you, they're not going to have another beginning. Right? It's like they'll just be sitting in constant heartbreak. This person's probably going to end up drinking a lot or doing something in excessive. There's Pisces energy again, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Taurus, heavy Pisces. You know, it's like they can't stop looking back. You know, it's like they can't let go. They feel like they can't let go of the work they've put into this with you. Yeah, and if it ends, they don't. It's like they think they'll be in constant upheaval, right? And but that's because they don't have any goals. This person really needs to see somebody or talk to somebody, you know? Like they didn't take this bad news very well, and they're almost becoming reckless with the irrational reasoning. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't have a lot of time because I'm doing all 12 signs. I feel like this one, you know, could go a little further, but I'm trying to keep them to a minimum since I'm doing all the signs on one video. What is the I mean, I think you get this. I think you know this. You're going to know who this person is. But if you needed to know why they're holding on, here's why. Final message here. Yeah, I mean, this person definitely needs some help. And official person, 22. Expectation, 28. Mature woman. But that actually flew out upright in the reverse, so I'm being told. So this is a mature woman, not acting mature. Okay. They should be mature. They should have their own goals. They should have their own life. They shouldn't be afraid of change. They should be mature enough not to be excessively drinking or smoking or whatever they're doing excessively to drown out their sorrows. You know, it's like they have expectations of you being the official person in their life. Like you're the one that's supposed to be there. So they have a life. You're the reason why they have a life, and yeah, this person really needs a lot of help. They need professional help for sure. Aquarius, I hope that was helpful. I wish I could have dug in a little bit more, but I got to keep these to a certain time limit so I can get through all the signs and keep it all on one video. I don't know. Maybe if it, it might come out again, or check your other sign placements, or, check all the other signs. There might be something tagged onto this that helps relate and give more information. That's something I can tell you to do. Hang in there. Just know that you are not the end all be all for somebody to have a life. They have to kind of have their own life. So hang in there. All right. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Cancer, you are up next. So, why do they hold on to you? Is it energetic? Is it career, friends, family? Is it romantic partner, ex? Let's find out. Why do they hold on to Cancer? Oops, okay. All right, so we got one that landed on solutions. You've got travel, you've got social, and you've got one that was pretty much on avoid. Okay, so you got the gear on social. So the gear is something that helps you move forward, all right? So there's something that's helping you to move forward in your social life. Avoid, you have the glasses. Eyeglasses. So there's something you need clarity on when it comes to avoiding. So there's something you don't have all the details to when it comes to avoiding something. Travel section, you have the alarm clock. So let's like a wake up call. So maybe when either you're on travel, you get a wake up call, or you get the wake up call to move, right? And then you have the 4-leaf clover. Solutions. That's, luck, but it's also something rare. A rare find. Good luck. So the alarm clock can also be waking up to new ideas. So do you have somebody that's holding on to you because could they be somebody that is helping you to wake up, to see the details about what you should be avoiding? Are they somebody that helps you move forward in your social life? Could they be the solution? Are they a good luck charm to you? Tell me more about this situation, please. Are they helping you to see the details more clearly about something you should be avoiding? Realization, nightlife, drama queen. Yeah. So the realization would be the eyeglasses, seeing the details, something coming to light. So the draw, yeah. So does this person help you avoid chaos and risk? Do they help you to see this? Tell me more. Oh, goodness. Actually, you know what? Let's switch. Tell me more about this. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. King of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in reverse. So you have somebody that holds on to you genuinely because they care. They try to help you to wake up. They don't want to see any of your dreams shattered, right? They don't want to see you dealing with people who are just wanting to indulge, right? So the Six of Pentacles in reverse can be somebody who's being abused, right? Can be bad investments, unpaid debts, right? Somebody could be scamming you. Overall, Ten of Cups in reverse is bad relationships, right? Shattered dreams. The Nine of Cups in reverse is shattered dreams. So the King of Pentacles is somebody who is abundant, right? They're a provider. They're secure, confident. They have wealth. They're successful, right? They are somebody who is building an empire or has an empire. And I feel like you have somebody genuinely that cares, that is holding on to you, trying to help keep you away from people or to see people that are abusing you, right? For all the wrong reasons. They're just overall bad investments, right? These people can be selfish, right? Abuse of power, dominating you, and essentially keeping you from your wish fulfillment, your dreams, your happiness. That's why they hold on to you, because they genuinely care. The world. Yeah. Yes. The Fool in reverse. They want all your dreams to come true, right? Everything you want. They want you to feel accomplished. They want to keep you from the Fool in reverse making reckless, foolish decisions. They care. They know you have a dream. They know you want to be secure, stable, and to have an empire, but they also are aware that you may not see people for who they are and what they can do to you to ruin your dreams. And they're trying to keep you from people that will hold you back, keep you from completing, your dreams, being successful. They're the gear that helps you move forward from social people that are not good for you. The 4-leaf clover, they're the good luck charm. They're there to provide the wake-up call. They're there to help you see the details. They're an asset. They're not a liability. They're trying to keep you from liabilities. Okay. Final message here for Cancer. It's not a bad thing, Cancer, to have somebody in your corner. Not many people. Card 15. It's a lover. It's a strong connection. That's why they care. "36, distant horizons. 30, adjudication. Yeah. They don't want you to be anchored down to false narratives, false people that are basic pipe dreamers, right? They want to help you get where you want to be. This is somebody that wants to keep things fair with you. They're in your corner. This is something you may realize and see in the distant horizon, because you may crash and burn on one of these decisions that maybe they tried to warn you about or help you with. I think this is something you'll come to realize. Yeah. They care. You have a lover that cares. I'll take that any day. So if you don't want it, Cancer, bring it my way. I'll take it. So I hope this was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. All right, Scorpio, why do they hold on to you? Is it career, energetic, love, ex? I don't know. Why do they hold on to you? Why do they hold on to Scorpio? Oops. I had one land right on my thigh. That's the holly. So that's the past. You've got one on career. You've got, one on finance and two for career. One is the house, and then the crown. Is that the feminine? Royal crown. Divine feminine. Loving embodiment of power. And then you have like all suits. I think that's like the magician. 113 on finance. Card suits. Yeah. That's the magician. So financially, you have all the tools. So I want to say it's probably your job, right? Your career, people that work with you, feel a sense of stability working with you. And I think it's because the feminine energy is also very intuitive, right? With the crown chakra. So you may make a lot of good decisions. You may see things happening before it happens. And again, like I said, you have all the tools in your toolbox. So you probably are very successful at helping your career, or the people you work with, everybody around you benefits from you in some shape or form. So the holly in the past, that's protection, divinity. Christmas season as well, but in the past, it's something about, I feel, you're very protective. Could have been maybe they started to realize this last winter as well. Tell me more about this situation, please, for Scorpio. Yes, you're like the master manifester for finances. You've got all those tools. You know how to use them. Yeah. That's a lot. On the table. Happiness. Crickets. Love affair. So that's the secret. Crickets. Silence. So with the career and home, I'm also getting too, you could run a business out of your home. All right. And it could be for some of you, not all of you. So there's this is interesting. It's something, possibly somebody at work at the workplace, in the career field, whatever it is you're doing. It's almost like maybe somebody actually there could be some sort of love affair being kept on the low. And so there's, silence there, right? So maybe you help keep things moving. And they hold on to you because you're beneficial financially, right? Keeps the overall happiness going on. But it could be as well, maybe you're picking up more of the slack for somebody else, maybe in the workplace, that might have a secret love affair behind your back. I'm not saying you care, but maybe because you keep things so stable, right? Because you've got all the tools. You're a master manifester. You keep things moving. And while you keep things moving, there could be maybe a boss and somebody else having some sort of an affair. And while they're having their affair, you're like the stable one who's keeping things moving. I don't know. That's really interesting. Okay. Let's get more on this, please. Seven of Swords in reverse. Chariot in reverse. I almost feel like they want to keep you in their energy because it's like they don't want to be called out for doing something they shouldn't be doing in the workplace. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, right? It's kind of like in 7-7. Sevens can be secrets. 7-7. So this is definitely a secret. There's a secret love affair in the career, business. You don't know about it, or maybe you haven't a hunch about it. But it's almost like they're worried about being called out on it. You know, and yeah, so the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, someone's living beyond their means. And are they using you to do all the work while they have an affair with somebody else, right? So are you picking up the slack for somebody else at the workplace because they're having, you know, and it looks like they may have to come clean at some point. Or they're, you know what I mean? They're definitely lying about it. They're keeping it a secret. Right? So they're almost dependent on your energy, dependent on you, because you keep things stable at the workplace while they're playing footsie with the boss or somebody else at work. Yeah, this, I almost feel like they're keeping you, yeah. There's the World. It's like they want to be successful too. They want the achievements, but there's still something sneaky going on. Like when they travel, they hook up when they're traveling. Past, something could have happened during Christmas time. This affair could have started in the past during a Christmas season. Ten of burdens. 10 of wands. Oh, I'm sure they got 10 burdens. 9 of cups in the reverse. Knight of wands. Judgment. Yeah, somebody wants you around because you do the work, you get the work done. You've got all, like I said, you're the master manifester. You're the magician. You make shit happen. You do all the hard work. You have all the responsibilities. While, you know, passions floating around, but somebody's getting called out on this. This is going to be called out. Yeah. What is the final message for this? Good Lord. Scorpio, wasn't expecting all of this. I got one more sign to do. I'm ready to go to bed. What's the final message on this? Despair. Somebody might be losing their job over this if it gets called out. Thief. 24. Main male. Yeah. Could be involving a main male, number one. Okay. Yeah, the male here is in despair. You got a man and a woman and a kid there with the thief. Right? It's like, so someone was like stealing your time and resources while they were having a good time. And I think this is going to be called out. So they held on to your energy because of everything you were doing. You were carrying the heavy burdens. You were doing what you could to keep things busy while somebody was playing footsies quietly on travel. Possibly this affair started during a Christmas time, in sometime in the past, because it didn't land on the moon mat. It landed outer space area, but really on my thigh. So is somebody touching somebody's thigh under the table? Is that how it started? Yeah, so it's like a thief stealing, your time and energy while they were having fun. I don't know. I hope that resonated. Yeah, drop a comment if this resonates. I would love to know more about this. So I hope it was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon. Pisces, how are you? So let's find out why they hold on to you. Is it an energetic hold? Is it somebody's in the career, workplace, ex, family, friends? What is it about them holding on to you? What do they hold on to you for? Ooh, you got a lot of tokens in hidden. You've got family in family, and you've got one in career. Oh boy. So we've got the Aries symbol. We've got the eye. We've got the black cat in hidden. Oh boy. And then, okay. Yeah, family, dealing with family members. So you got family on family. So, and keep in mind that family can be community of friends as well, right? Family can be anybody who's in our inner circle, right? So much like the Ten of Pentacles, it's everybody in our inner circle, people, everybody we deal with. So it doesn't have to be just family members. Please keep that in mind. So it's pretty clear that you've got a whole group, community, family, whoever you connect with. A lot of people hold on to that energy. So in the career, you've got the spider. So the spider's feminine, it's artistry, and it's ancient wisdom. So you could be the feminine. You could have feminine energy. You could have, like I said, a lot of wisdom related to what it is you do for your career. It could be generational wisdom that's been passed down to you generation to generation, right? Could even be a business, right? A generational business that has been passed down. Doesn't have to be a business, but it could be the knowledge of something that you know. And so this is why you have family members that want to hold on to you, right? Like I was saying, generational wisdom that's been carried down generation by generation. So, what's hidden? We have the Aries symbol here. You could have strong Aries in your chart. You could be dealing with Aries. Something could have been significant during Aries season. The Aries is basically I am. So the I is perception, awareness, and spiritual perception. And cat, that's spiritual as well, intuitive. Yeah, mystery, magic, good or bad luck, superstition, anarchy. You may have found out something during Aries season. You noticed something. I also feel like I feel like the eye is the eye of protection as well. Right. Artistry with the so you see something in a different view, from a different angle. You see things from different angles that boost you into your career. This is like what's been hidden, but it's not hidden anymore. And so this is why everybody holds on to you, because you have awareness, right, from the ancient wisdom. And it's almost like people want to know, not just your family, but it's people you're connected to want to know, like, your family's secrets, like your ancient wisdom. They hold on to you because they want to know more. Tell me more about this situation, please. Lockdown in reverse. You're not up in your head. You're not confined to one way of thinking. You're not trapped in your head. Yeah, insatiable. You want more wisdom. You want more insight. You can't get enough of it, and that's why people hold on to you. There could be irreconcilable differences. Something could be final because of the perception you're seeing. Something you may have learned in Aries season. It doesn't have to be. It's just a strong feeling I'm getting. And this community of people want to hold on to you. And it could be that you're realizing that you have a group, a community of people that want to hold on to your energy, but you, I think, also know that it comes within. It's not just something just anybody can have knowledge to. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like somebody wants to, they want to hold on. Lovers. High Priestess. That's you. The High Priestess. Lovers. Strong spiritual. You know, Pisces is a very spiritually super spiritual. One of the most spiritual signs. I feel like this group of people wants to control who you love, who ends up in your life, who you come into union with. You intuitively know this. You're picking up on this. That's why there's irreconcilable differences. Possibly a final done with this group, this community, this family. Right? They wanted to keep you locked up in a mental prison, but it was reversed. You're like, no, I'm not up in my head. I know what's going on. They don't want this wisdom to this career that's been passed around, this wisdom. They don't want that to get out beyond the family group. They don't want this to be passed on to a possible soulmate, partner, lover coming into your life.